Hi friends, welcome to 1 year current affairs rapid revision course of Victory IAS. So in this session we are going to finish 3rd June 2024 daily current affairs. 3rd June 2024. Okay, daily. Okay, the first topic is from geography. Stramatolites means these are layered rock formations created by microbial communities. You might be heard of rock, a rock decompose after contact with water. So if a rock is there, from many days it is subjected to water flow. What happens? Slowly it become formed as a sediments. Okay, you might be heard of this in geography. Okay, sedimental rocks कैसे form होता है? When a big rock get into contact with water for more time, they will become sediments like that. But the sediment shape is different in this case. They form like a layered rock formation, like lime. You might be heard of sandy soil. Okay, how it forms? Alluvial soil in Ganga plain. How this forms? This forms when water come into contact with soil for more time. They will form under the water. A lubricant soil, like it is very skiddy. In the same way, when the rock went into contact with water for more time, it go on forming like these structures. But what is specialty of these structures in geography? Many things form. Dunes form, sand dunes form in deserts. Okay, sand dunes form in deserts. So what is the specialty of these structures? Means these are the earliest evidence of life on earth. Means these are available when dinosaurs are there on the earth. Okay, so they play a crucial role in shaping earth early environment. Their sample appearances, carbonate material and photosynthesis, microorganisms grow on it. Okay, small microorganisms grow on these rocks and they form carbonate materials. So what happens? When we do research on these subject, we can know early life. How early life? Geography, how in early days how the earth is. Okay, modern stomatites are rare, found mostly in extreme environment like Shark Bay, Australia, Sherba Island. And studying these ancient life forms, understanding these stomatites can offer deep insight into life in the early days. Okay, and next it will automatically record the wind, temperature, humidity, pressure, rainfall. Okay, automatically a weather station records wind, temperature, humidity, pressure, rainfall of a area in degrees Celsius using an electrical resistance thermometer. Okay, operates on the principle that electrical resistance varies with temperature changes. Means the electric resistance thermometer changes with resistance changes with temperature. Using this formula, using an electric resistance thermometer, the temperature, humidity, pressure, rainfall of a area is recorded. But what is the problem here? Accuracy. Unreliable always. Because already what the problem is, the automatic weather station reading was 3% higher than the actual temperature due to faulty sensor. Means if the device damages, what happens? It will record wrong recordings. So the thing happened here. Okay, it recorded in Murgeshwar, Delhi. It recorded 52.9 degrees Celsius, means 53 degrees Celsius in place of 49 degrees. So 3 degrees are recorded more. So what happens? information goes wrong to the people. So the accuracy is unreliable, improper calibration, incorrect placement on concrete structures, and lack of regular maintenance causes to device damage. If you regularly do not maintain your car, what happens? You will met with a small accidents. In the same way, if they regularly do not maintain the device properly, what happens? It will become faulty and it will record wrong recordings. That was happened in this. Other heat measuring devices. Okay, high temperature can be measured using a thermometer in a Stevenson screen, a wooden enclosure that protects instruments from precipitation and direct heat radiation while allowing air circulation. Means they are in this article they are telling other heating measuring devices are better than this device. Okay. They just use a wooden enclosure so that they do not be exposed to precipitation and direct heat radiation while allowing air circulation. Okay, what is Indian Meteorological Department? We already know, established in 1875. IMD. It is a government agency for meteorology and related subjects. It is 6 regional specialized meteorological centers of World Meteorological Organization under Ministry of Earth and Sciences, headquarters New Delhi. Okay, so what is IMD means? Here you can see it is established in 1875. Okay, World Meteorological Organization, WMO, it works under WMO. These you have to remember every time. It works under Ministry of Earth Sciences, New Delhi. So this information you have to remember like this only. It is established in the India Meteorological Department. It established in 1875 under World Meteorological Organization. It works under Ministry of Earth Science, New Delhi. Telangana marks decades since formation from Andhra Pradesh. 10 years of Telangana formation. Okay. First of all, if you go to the history, Madras plus Andhra Pradesh, AP, used to be one state. What happened when Potti Sriramulu made an agitation? AP, Madras, means Madras become nowadays Chennai under Tamil Nadu state. So AP formed as a separate state, Andhra Pradesh. So in Andhra Pradesh, now again on linguistic basis, language basis, means after AP formation, all Telangana people sentiments were hurt because they are not getting any priority due to their language and culture. So they felt that, and under KCR, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, they made an agitation to form a separate state. So afterwards, AP was formed as a separate state and Telangana was formed as a separate state. But if we go into the history, okay, under Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act, AP and Telangana were divided. Okay, this was happened. Telangana formation happened in 2014. So why this happened means due to AP CM Rajshekar Reddy death. AP CM Rajshekar Reddy death. There is no strong opposition from AP who can oppose the Telangana formation. So the Telangana directly went to the center. There they requested under Andhra Pradesh Recognition Act to form Telangana. So like that, Telangana was formed. So now they are celebrating 10 years of Telangana formation. Okay, and the debate of new state sung by M.M. Keeravani. He is an Oscar-winning artist. Okay, M.M. Keeravani songs were played in Telangana formation day. So if you go deep in Telangana history, Telangana was under Nizams. Okay, first of all. In 1947, when Indian Union formed, when India became an independent state, when Indian Union formed, at that time Telangana is under Nizam people. But what happened? Nizam don't want to join the Indian Union. He want to stay like an independent princely state. So what he did, he want to convert Hindu people of Telangana into Muslims, because he thought if Muslim majority is there with him, he can win over Indian Union. Like that he thought. So what he did, he want to convert all Hindu people into Muslims. So he used Rajakar army. Rajakar army. Okay, here you can see this. So Nizam king don't want to join Indian Union at the time of 1947. Okay, he want to become a independent princely state. Princely, whatever you say, princely state or province, whatever you say, the meaning is same here. So he don't want to join Indian Union. What he did, he want to convert Hindus into Muslims, so that if he has majority, he can win over center easily. Okay. So he used Rajakar army to harass people. Like they used to harass many Hindu Brahmins, many Hindu people to convert into Islam. But our regional feelings will hurt in that case, because there will be culture issues to Hindu people. They are from many days they are following Hinduism. They are devotees to their gods. They are using their traditions, cultures. They are following that, they don't want to change suddenly. So what happened? The Rajakar army used to harass people a lot, like beating them, taking lot of tax, and harassing ladies, women's. They made some women's naked in public places. So to convert them to Muslim. So at that time, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he come to know about all these harassment, what the people are suffering in Telangana due to this Nizam king. So he immediately sent an army from center to win over this Rajakar army. That operation is called Operation Polo. Operation Polo. After this Operation Polo, the Indian center army win over Rajakar army. So automatically Indian Union formed in Telangana. Indian Union win over the province. That is the history of Telangana. You can see here. The same is written here. Okay, Telangana was part of Royal State of Hyderabad. Okay, was ruled by Nizam. After 1947, Nizam refused to join the Indian Union. The situation became worse by Rajakar army. In 1948, Operation Polo launched. Indian government to bring Hyderabad into India, but first it stayed as a separate state. Okay, linguist reorganization already I told you. Okay, demand for language status led to creation of Andhra Pradesh in 1957. Okay, from Madras state. Okay. And followed and 1956 suggestions of State Reorganization Committee led to the merger of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh state, creating Andhra Pradesh with Hyderabad as its capital. But after persistent differences in 1960s and unfair treatment sparked by Telangana people, K. Chandrasekhar Rao started Telangana Rashtra Samiti in 2001, and then Telangana state agitation continued from 2009 to 2014 under KCR. So the politics and public pressure, death of Andhra Pradesh CM YSR Rajshekar Reddy, then Telangana establishment was done. Okay, with Hyderabad. Now after Telangana formation, Hyderabad used to be capital of Andhra Pradesh. But after Telangana formation, when AP and Telangana divided, Hyderabad gone into Telangana. Now AP is without capital and they declared 3 capitals, but they do not form yet. Just in name, in theory, there are 3 capitals, but they don't know what they want to become commercial center, what they want to become the cultural center. They don't have clarity yet since formation of Telangana 10 years. So what happened? All resources gone into Telangana. Hyderabad revenue, Hyderabad properties, everything gone into Telangana now. Like that, Telangana become a rich state compared to AP now. Gender Sensitization Committee of Supreme Court. What is gender sensitization? Means suppose one male is working, in an office, one girl is also working. Both are working same hard work. 8 hours he is working, 8 hours the lady also working. The male finished 2 projects, the female also finished 2 projects. But what the management do, the promotion will goes to male always. Because they think a woman can't handle all this. A woman can't handle the pressure of work. So girl is a girl. So they will give promotion to a man. In that case, what happens? The woman feels humiliation. So these type of things will generally happen in private sector, corporate sector, and even in some village places, government offices. Now this issue gone to Supreme Court. Even in Supreme Court, one lawyer is there, she is with the same capability, but she is a girl, she might not get promotion in some cases. A male lawyer can get promotion. In that case, what happens in Supreme Court only, if they do not get the women, do not get the justice, where they will go. So in that case, Supreme Court formed a committee to make justice to the women. For women justice in work matters, and in some places there will be sexual harassment also from men to women. Okay, men's used to harass women when they are alone in the office, or when they are going outside. At that time, they usually harass the woman. Okay, that can also happen. So in that case, where woman has to go to get justice? For this answer is Gender Sensitization Committee. It was constituted. Gender Sensitization and Internal Complaints Committee was set up. 2013 regulations on gender sensitization and sexual harassment. Judiciary will continue to address the gender problems. Okay, it is Chief Justice of India led to the process of recognizing, and Hima Kohli as the chairperson of the committee. Okay, and Justice B.V. Nagaratna and Dr. Sukanda Preetham will be member secretaries. And the group has a mix of legal and academic knowledge, which makes it more effective. Means suppose a woman is facing harassment at within Supreme Court office premises, she can directly go to the gender sensitization committee. There she can report the issues, then automatically they will be solved within some sort of time. There are people from Supreme Court Bar Association, Supreme Court Advocate on Record Association, Supreme Court Bar Clerks Association. Means it is not just 3 members, 5 members committee. It has many people in it. You can observe here. Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Justice Sukanda Preetham. These are main 3. Hima Kohli. 3 people are main people. And apart from this, there are 3 associations associated with this committee, and Dr. Lenin Chadar, Menaka Guruswamy, Shushti Pandey, Jaideep Gupta. Okay, body approach more multidisciplinary. Because why these many people taken into this committee means to make the committee more effective and more strong to fight against males who are doing harassment to a woman. Okay, as long as she is the chairperson of the committee, Hima Kohli offers stability and continuity. The group needs her experience and ability to lead if it wants to deal with gender sensitization and sexual harassment complaints in a fair way within legal system. Means this are theory. It is more explaining about the committee. You can observe. Okay, make sure that committee remains a strong group working to promote gender equality in highest courts. Okay, facts about Supreme Court of India establishment and structure. So this is already you know when the Supreme Court is established, January 28, 1950. in New Delhi, operating building designed by Ganesh Baikaji Dolankar, the first Indian chief architect of CPWD. Other all points are about Supreme Court only. Okay. First judgment, when the Supreme Court given the first judgment in state of Bihar versus Kamalesh Singh, and Ayodhya dispute also. Proclamation of an emergency, Ayodhya land dispute. These are main cases solved by the Supreme Court. Even Nirbhaya case they solved. Okay, it is a nationwide sensational case was solved by the Supreme Court. Retired judges are prohibited from practicing in law court. Already these all you might be studying in political science also. Gender sensitivity by allowing women to serve at night in professions and spaces that were previously restricted. Means they should not allow women to work in a place that is prohibited. In prohibited workplaces, women should not work. Suppose for a case inquiry, they have to go to a small village night time. Then it's not allowed by the gender sensitization committee. Okay. Now we are going to discuss international issues. The first topic is Funan Canal. Funan Canal, Cambodia. Okay. So actually what's happening? Cambodia sending 33% of its goods by using Vietnam port. So due to this, Vietnam and Cambodia are fighting. Okay, because this much trade is going through, they are using for this much trade Vietnam port. For this quarrel is happening. So this to solve this, Cambodia wants to reduce these goods to 10%. 10%. So how this can be reduced? If they find a alternative route. So for this, Cambodia wants to construct a canal, Techo Funan Canal. Okay. So the canal details here. The Mekong River starting in Tibet Plateau, China. Okay, it will drain into South China Sea. So Cambodia joined hands with Cambodia made friendship with China. Joined hands with China to construct a canal from Mekong River to Cambodia coast. So what are the cities passing from Mekong River point to Cambodia coast means the capital of Cambodia, that is Phnom Penh. Okay, here the city is Cape. It is Cape. Cape city is joining. So you might be heard of before also in news Mekong River Corporation. So in this, India is not there. India is sorry. China is not there. Okay. Why? Because what are the members of this Mekong River Corporation? India, Cambodia, Laos PDR, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam. So in this list China is not there because China, India are rivals. They can't stay in one corporation at any cost. So only India, Cambodia, Laos, PDR, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, 6 are the countries members of Mekong River Corporation. These country names you can remember by a code CAM ITV. Kamai TV means Cambodia, Laos, PDR, Myanmar, India, Thailand, Vietnam. Okay. So this Cambodia is also a member of ASEAN WTO. Its economy is primary agriculture with growing sectors like textile, construction, garments, tourism, making it vulnerable to climate change. Okay. And we will move to the next topic, that is Claudia Sheinbaum elected Mexico's first woman president. Okay. She won 58 and 60% of the votes between, means like you can think of 59% votes she got, more, which is more than 30% points than her closest rival Zanwich Galvez. Okay, so her background, she is from Catholic Women Society, Catholic woman, and she is a climate expert before, and she worked as a mayor of Mexico City. Her academic background, due to her academic background, she has deep political views. Okay, and Mexico is a city with 130 million people and more than 20,000 political roles. 130 million people are there and 20,000 political roles are there. But at the time of election, there is violence. Okay, violence, the death of a town council candidate and kidnapping at voting station. But even despite of violence, many people went to the polls and then elected Claudia as her president. So this shows how much influence they have. They have how much belief they have on their president, and hope she can change the laws, policies and constitution of Cambodia. Because if you see in Sri Lanka also, the people fight against their president because they are not happy with the prices or inflation. They can't buy or eat anything. So what happened, immediately they are agitated so that the president escaped from the country permanently. So the same way should not happen with Claudia, because the people has belief in her here. The people has belief in her that the country's constitution and implementation of her policies will be in very good way, so that they don't suffer at any cost. They need not to agitate against the government. Okay, and the next topic is India USA exercise. So India joining USA joining with her, its 4 ally countries in exercise red flag. Exercise red flag. And again India is joining 29 other countries. India is joining 29 other countries in exercise RIMPAC. So here you have to see the importance of the stealth ship of India, INS Shivalik. This is first, it is used in exercise GMEX between India and Japan. The same stealth ship now used in this exercise red flag. So what is the importance of these exercises? Why countries do exercise? Why countries participate in exercise? For peace of a ocean. Peace of ocean. We have major 5 oceans on the earth. We used to admin over the land, but we should admin over the ocean also, so that ocean should end in peace. There should not be fight between countries. Okay, like Sri Lanka. And there should not be pirates, immigrants. What they will do? They take sea route. Illegally they will enter the other country. So these type of things should be prohibited. That's why they do ocean drills. But But in ocean drill also, why a country 1 should join country 2 means for knowledge sharing. For knowledge sharing, technology means how to use devices, how to use new technologies for the peace of the ocean. And another thing is training. Suppose we don't have ocean training in India, then we can take that training from USA or Japan. So the senior army people from the country enter India and they will give training to our army people. Like that they do knowledge sharing. Okay, that is the purpose of the drill exercise. So that they are working together, they improve their ability and collaborate on strategic operations. Okay. Now what are the objectives and benefits of these exercises? Improve military readiness and cooperation. Means suddenly something happened, like Titanic drill drawn in sea. So immediate help operations should be carried out, help emergency. So for this, army people need training, so they can take with the help of other countries. And kidnap can happen. Suppose a entire ship was kidnapped by some terrorists. Then in that case also, how to save them? The military has to take the help of other countries to take the training. Indian armed forces not only improve their tactical strategies by interacting with other countries on global level, but they strengthen diplomatic ties with other countries, which world safe and stable. Our ocean should be safe and stable. Okay. It is an engagement and cooperation between 29 member countries. And broad participation involves 50 ships, 200 aircrafts and 25,000 personnel from 26 nations. There are also some stealth ships participated in this exercise. You can see here 8 rifle jets. Okay, 8 rifle jets. 8 rifle jets, 3 C-7 transport planes and 2 IL-78 mid-air refueling planes. All these are used in this exercise. Means how to use them. Like a pilot gets a training first, so that he can drive the plane safely. He can reach 500 people from one country to other country safely. In the same way, the army people should be given training on rifle jets, how to use them. Okay, when to use them? When it is very emergency, they have to use it. 3 C-7, like police people also, they have gun, but they, in all situations they can't use the gun. Okay, they can't go on killing people. In the same way, when to use these. And 2 IL-78 mid-air refueling planes. Means mid-air refueling means there is a short of fuel, then how to refuel the things like flights, fighter jets, how to use them. All this training will be given in this exercise RIMPAC. Okay, coming to our next topic, that is Dag Hammerskjold Medal. Dag Hammerskjold Medal. This will be given to UN peacekeepers. UN peacekeeper. Okay, this is given to Naik Dhananjay Kumar Singh, an Indian peacekeeper. So he served in UN Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo. UN Stabilization Mission in area of Congo. And he lost his life also. He served as a Secretary General of United Nations from 1953 to until his death in 1961. So the award will be Dag Hammerskjold Medal, given to those people they lost their lives serving the UN peacekeeping operations. So he is the General Secretary of UN between 1953 to 1961. So he worked in the place of Congo under UN Stabilization Mission. Okay, India is second largest contributor to UN peacekeeping, deployed 6,000 personnel across various missions and 180 peacekeepers for ultimate sacrifice. Means India is contributing very much to the UN peacekeeper operation by using 6,000 personnel, 180 peacekeepers. Okay, when International Day of UN Peacekeepers celebrated, it is established by UN General Assembly in 2002 to honor all the peacekeepers who lost their lives in the duty fit for the future. The theme of the day, the theme of like Earth Day, this is also a day. The theme of the day is fit for the future, building better together. Focus on adaptability of UN peacekeeping for future conflicts. So here you can know about UN stabilization mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Also, it is established by UN Security Council, and it took over in 2010. Okay, in the United Nations Organization mission, in the United Nations Organization mission under in the Republic of Congo. So what is the purpose of the mission? Is to protect civilians from violence, especially in conflict areas like North Kivu. First UN mission to use UAVs for monitoring. Okay. And in interventional brigade, authorized for targeted offensive operations against. Okay. We are going to know about the medal, the day, UN Peacekeepers Day, and the operation also. What is the operation? It took place in 2010 in Congo, and the goal is to save civilians from violence. So our next topic is very important topic, that is USA China trade war. Okay. Recently what USA did, USA increased tariff increased on imports from China. So what happens? So China sends many goods to USA. If the tariff increases, so automatically price of the goods increase. Tariff increase, price of a product. Suppose China is exporting mobile phones to USA. So if tariff is more, okay, the tariff is more. Earlier the tariff used to be for electric vehicles, EV, the tariff used to be 25%. It is now increased to 100%. And electronics, okay, lithium ion batteries, the tariff used to be 7.5, that now increased to 25%. Means 3 to 4 times the tariff increased. So what happens? Suppose the price of a mobile phone, it is $10,000 in China. It will increase to, after tariff, it will increase to 18,000 in USA. So what they will do? They will check local companies. From local companies only they will buy the mobile phone. They do not prefer China products. So like that. So like that it was happened. So what is the problem with this to India? How it's impact India? Impact on India. So what happens? China, if Chinese products are not going into USA, China wants to send its goods to USA. So now US increased tariff. It's not allowing Chinese goods. So what China will do? It will send many products. It will make India a garbage of Chinese products. So what will happen? Indian products will come down. Indian local manufacturers, they will affect a lot. So that our GDP will also be affects due to this. Our income, foreign exchange, everything will be influenced by this. So India don't want this. Okay. So here you can see. Here we should know one thing. Why China, why USA increased tariff? The reasons behind tariff increase include China unfair practices related to technology transfer, intellectual property, innovation, large manufacturing capacities. Means China is doing false promise, fake promise, or unfair practices, cheating. So that what will happen, suppose we took a mobile on warranty. You took a Samsung mobile on warranty of 5 years. So suddenly if the screen broke down, screen break, so you will go to the company call center. You go and contact Samsung call center that my screen was gone in just 1 year. So there is 5 years warranty is there. You have to replace the screen. But what Samsung will do? What they will do? If it is damaged by yourself, it's not come under insurance. And one more thing is, first of all, screen won't come in insurance. You have to go to outside private parties to replace the screen. How do you feel? You feel cheated. I took a more expensive mobile, like 50k mobile in Samsung, but they are not giving me the right service when I want. How do you feel? You feel like a cheating. The same thing happened to USA also due to China's unfair practices. That's why USA want to control China by increasing the tariff. But what are the implications for this? Domestic industry would affect. The tariff will bolster US domestic manufacturing by making Chinese imports less competitive. So what China has to do to cover this tariff? It has to reduce price of the goods. Means suppose I told you the example of a mobile phone. It is 10k in China. After reaching USA tariff, it will become 18k. What China has to do? It has to reduce the price of the mobile to 2k, 2000. Then adding tariff also, it will come in 10k. So the sales will not affect. But what happened? China also import dependency also will reduce. Chinese people can, US people can take the mobile from local manufacturers also, because they can compare both and they can take from the local market also. Election politics. Due to election also, this is the one step. Inflation concerns. Okay. To protect American jobs. Okay. Tariff could lead to higher consumer prices and contribute to inflation. And developing countries. The trade war between US and China can hurt the economic prospect across developing nations and global economy. So automatically developing nations affected means there are like 60 developing nations around the world out of 159 countries. If the 60 countries gets affected, world economy automatically will affect. 60 countries affect, it affects world economy easily. So these are the implications of this measure. So what are the positives? Indian exporters will benefit. Like suppose China can't enter its products to USA as tariff is more. So on Indian products tariff is less. So they can enter USA easily. So India can seize opportunities to enhance its export to US and bridge the trade deficit by focusing on sectors like information communication. Means whatever mobile technology mobiles unable to reach USA, that mobiles India can supply to USA by Indian manufacturers. Negatives. So prevent influx of low priced Chinese goods into, already I told you what the China will do. China will send all the goods not sold in USA to India. It will dump with its technology items into India. Risk of cheaper electric vehicles. So if a vehicle is cheap, what happens? Everyone will go on buying the cheap vehicle only. And US tariff on products like lithium batteries, semiconductors from China might divert these goods to India, impacting local industries. Suppose low quality batteries vehicle में use हो गया तो क्या हो जाएगा? Suppose you are going on a long trip, the battery will exhaust. So you will sit there only till the battery gets charged. If you are using a low quality battery in your mobile, what happens after some time? It will get power off. So the same thing. And protection, what are the protection measures available for India now to solve this problem? To address imports sold below the country's original price, with the Democratic General of Trade Remedies imposing anti-dumping duties. Means, so to be saved from China dumping products into India, what India has to do? It has to increase anti-dumping duty. Anti-dumping duty means if any country send many products into India, they can charge something on the products so that the product rate will increase. The product rate will decrease below its manufacturing price. Suppose China is manufacturing a mobile in 8,000 rupees. But after adding anti-dumping duty, so it want to sell it in a profit of 2k in 10k rupees. But India is adding 2k as anti-dumping duty. Then the profit will become 0. Profit will become 0. So that type of measures can be taken by India to get through this dumping problem from China. Now what the China has to do? China has to make peace talks with USA to control the tariff prices. But what China is telling, China is having cheap solar panels, green products, they are crucial for climate change. First of all, if you fight with a friend, what you will do? You will send sorry message over the WhatsApp. You will beg them, or you will make a negotiation. But what China is doing? China is demanding that their cheap solar panels, green products are important for climate change. So USA has to cut the tariff. USA has to cut the tariff, but China won't adjust. Like that, China is speaking. That is the problem with the China to everyone. So these things already we saw. US tariff on Chinese imports affect global trade, prompting vigilance from DGTR. Establishing Department for Daily Trade Data Analysis could expedite the action. Trade policy, strengthening India manufacturing growth with diversifying from China warrants attention for India-China One Plus strategy. Okay, so a trade policy should be drawn that improves India's manufacturing growth and diversifying China's dumping products for China One Plus strategy. That is the solution to this problem. So now international issues are over. Public health. Okay. Fem's genome 50% larger than humans. Okay. Found that fork fern Trempister oblongata, which grows in New Caledonia, nearby Iceland, its genome 7% bigger than the Paris japonica, more than 50 times bigger than human genome. So its genome is 50 times of human genome. Means that much big. Means it is longer than Statue of Liberty, Big Ben combined. It is almost 350 feet, 106 centimeters long. What is a genome? How it is constructed? Genome is a base pair. Base pairs, DNA base pairs form the genome. Genome means what? Genes. Our genes. We are made up of genes. Okay, in the same way, the genome means gene sequence. It is formed with base pairs DNAs. Okay, the physical attributes of it has interesting genetic makeup is not very noticeable. It is having this much big genome. The genome is bigger than Statue of Liberty, Big Ben combined. It is 350 feet long. Means you can understand 6 feet person is very long. So 350 feet means how many times it comes around 60 people with 6 feet height. That much long its genome is, but it is very rare in the environment, and it is very small plant that grows on the forest floor and are dead tree stumps. Means only its height is usually only 10 to 15 centimeters. Leaf like structures that have flattened roots. So what happens if the genome size is more? The plant needs more resources. Okay, actually 350 million years back it is Fern split off from other plants in evolutionary tree. The large genome does not seem to help development in any way. So plants big genome size might because it can't get rid of DNA that is not needed or repeated over time. Means automatically it is growing. Suppose you see some people hair grows like it will reach the palm till the palm. They can't stop the growth like that. Its genome is go on repeatedly, it is growing, it can't control, so it is going very long. So what is the problem with this big size genome? The plant need more resources, energy to copy, fix and transcribe DNA. So higher demand might take hard for the planet to grow, reproduce and deal with stress in its surroundings. Means suppose the plant itself is in stress because of this big size, then how it can reproduce? That is the problem here. Bigger genomes make cells bigger, slow down the process of DNA synthesis. How it eats, slow down growth and make an organism less competitive. Means if the plant is very big, it need more resources, more energy from sun for photosynthesis. Okay, to carry out its daily activities and to reproduce. Third thumb means, suppose this is a hand. The third thumb comes here. It is a robotic AI hand. Robo AI hand. This helps people improve their efficiency in working. Suppose a person is a employee, laborer in manufacturing sector. If he has a third thumb, he can easily place the machines and products into the machine fast. Suppose he is making nuts, he has to keep the nut into the bolt suddenly when the machine is coming fast. Then the third thumb helps him a lot. Okay, robotic third thumb make people more efficient and productive, and it is simple to handle and use and adds to a thumb to the hand. Third thumb changing the way people do things, those that need fine motor skills. Okay, motor skills means we have our motor organ, right? Motor organ, it is connected to our hand. It will work inside sensory organ. Then only we are able to catch anything. We are able to catch the football. So the third thumb will increase the motor skills of a person, making him productive in wide range of situations, from simple tasks, digging holes, to a complicated surgeries. In surgeries also, suppose a doctor is having one more extra thumb, he can hold one more instrument to handle the patient. Speed and ease with which people can move things greatly improves both workplace productivity and everyday usability. Technological features. Okay, the prosthetic thumb can be moved and controlled, which makes it more useful in wide range of chores and user needs. Like Bluetooth, we use Bluetooth device, there will be switches we can operate. In the same way, the third thumb is also having switches we can operate. Okay, 600 people tried it out. People tried it. In that 98% of them are able to move things around successfully in the first minute. And even though it is very adaptable, means when first time it looks hard, when you take the third thumb, you fix it to your hand you are using, it will become hard to you till you habituate. At least 1 to 2 days you takes to adapt to it. After adoption, it makes things easy for you. So, Professor Tamar Makin from Medical Research Council Cognition and Brain Sciences Unit talked about the third thumb possess possible benefits for society, for groups that are left out of technology process. Okay, create new ways for everyone to be involved in creation. And one more topic is there, IAV. Indian Institute of Advanced Virology, okay, Tonakkal, Thiruvananthapuram. Thiruvananthapuram means Institute of Virology has developed a Nipah virus-like particle. So what happened? Why to create virus? Why to create virus? Suppose you know what is COVID virus particle. What you will do? You will do experiment on it to create the vaccine. Suppose in COVID time, what doctors do? They took a COVID patient in the lab. Okay, they did experiment on the lab to make vaccine or antibody. So in the same way, this Nipah virus particle is used to create a vaccine for Nipah virus. Nipah virus is a very that are not contagious but look like wild type Nipah virus. The discovery makes it possible to make antibodies that neutralize NIV, work better, safer in less biosafety sensitive circumstances. Okay. Nipah virus is very infectious. It is very infectious. It can kill up to 80% of the people who can get it. Suppose a people get COVID, there is less chance of he is reviving again. He is living again. In the same way, if people get Nipah virus, means out of 80 people, out of every 100 people, 80 people out of every 100 people used to die with because of Nipah virus. Okay. But there are not many studies that include viral neutralization tests. So any experiment, any test, any studies not come yet to include virus neutralization tests to control the virus. Till now there is no experiment done. So came up with specific treatment and vaccines. There is no specific treatment and vaccine. For AIDS also, HIV or AIDS, there is no treatment or vaccine till yet. But scientists are go on doing experiments to control the life-killing disease. In the same way, Nipah virus is also not having any specific treatment, vaccines or neutralization tests. Neutralization means to control the virus, there is no test till now. So this is IAS method uses plasmid-based genes to make Hibbit tagged Nipah VLPs that contain important virus structure proteins. There are functional morphological similarities between the lab-made VLPs and wild Nipah. Means there is less difference between, suppose this is virginal Nipah virus, this is lab-made, there is 80% similarity between the two. What they use? They use a Hibbit tagged Nipah VLPs that contain important virus structure proteins. But they can't reproduce. Virus means what? One virus enters a human body. Okay, after virus enters a human body, it will multiply. It will become 10 virus. So these 10 virus fight on our body, our organs. So what will happen? Our defense system can't work. We lose our immunity automatically. We lose our immunity. But these ready-made Nipah virus particle, it can't reproduce because it is ready-made. It is not real. It is not. It won't mix with another virus to become a to reproduce, and it do not contain viral genetic material. Like you might saw e-cigarette. E-cigarette. Okay, this is cigarette only. People when they take this cigarette, they feel like they are smoking cigarette only, but there is no nicotine in this. There is no nicotine in this. It is just a toy. It is just a feeling to make people stop smoking. What the doctor do? The doctor give a e-cigarette to him so that he will get the feeling of smoking a cigarette, but it do not have any harmful nicotine. It do not affect his lungs. So in the same way, the virus is only used to make a vaccine, but it won't reproduce, it won't multiply, and it won't attack on one's immunity system. Okay, Nipah virus particles are non-infectious mimics of actual Nipah virus, especially for vaccine development. What I told you, the same is written here. They are just virus particles to make vaccine development, but they do not multiply, they do not attack a person. VLPs contain some parts of the virus, but not its DNA, not its genetic material, or DNA is not present, so they can't act on a human. VLPs cause immune responses that are similar to be caused by natural viruses. This makes them useful for understanding how viruses interact with their host and how they get around the immune system. Nipah virus are very important for testing vaccines because they are safer than the live viruses. They are critical during outbreaks where Nipah high death rate 75 requires quick successful vaccine strategies. Whatever I told, that is double written here. The thing is the same thing here. So we go to another article, that is recombinant protein. Recombinant protein. Groundbreaking method for mass producing recombinant proteins, which include vital substances like vaccine antigens, insulin, monoclonal antibodies. Means what is these proteins? Recombinant protein. Vaccines contain protein. Suppose you got COVID, I got COVID, any person got COVID, then he will be given remdesivir vaccine. So what happened? Automatically after some days he will revive. So what is there in the vaccine? There is protein, energy pill. Suppose we got fever, weakness. What we will do? We will eat a B complex. Crocin. So what happened? You will revive. So what is there in this? That is protein. So scientists used recombinant protein, means a ready-made protein. If proteins are less in the market, what happened? They can't design vaccines. So vaccine shortage will come in the market. In times of COVID, remdesivir is not there. Many people will die. So to design using insulin, antigen and monoclonal antibodies, scientists has designed a recombinant protein. Recombinant proteins are proteins that are artificially produced, though genetic engineering means again biotech is used. Biotechnology is used to design these. Here you can see the picture of the protein. Okay. Desired protein products, host organisms such as bacteria, yeast and mammalian species. Host cells use their own cellular machinery to produce the recombinant proteins according to inserted genetic instructions. Recombinant proteins have a wide range of applications in medicine, okay, insulin therapy, antibodies, agriculture, industry, research. They are crucial for biotechnological, pharmaceutical purposes due to their precise control over protein structure and function. Means recombinant protein having structure, functions that are useful to make vaccines. Proteins serve as backbone of biological systems, process like gene expression, cell growth, communication within cells. These are all science items. mRNA, RNA, DNA parts are mRNA. Okay. you can go into this topic and research, or I will make a separate video. But for the, you just remember that one recombinant ready-made protein was developed to make vaccine development easy for the patients. That is enough for this. This also one more recombinant DNA picture. Okay. And the next topic is cryonics practice for freezing human body. What we will do? Cryonics. Suppose a person is dead. His son is coming from abroad to see his dead body. What people do? They will store it with ice. But how many days the ice and chemicals they use? Okay. But how many days they can keep the dead body? Like 1 month or 1 week. 1 week or 1 month, whatever you say. But afterwards, the body used to decompose. It will get a bad smell, so that people can't live there. So, to solve this issue, cryonics is used to store a frozen client in hopes of reviving him in future. Means, if a client wants to live after death, then cryonics are used. Involves cryonics where body is preserved at -196 degrees, aiming for eventual restoration using advanced medical technologies. So, underwent the procedure after his death, involve cooling, perfusion and cryoprotective solution and storage. So what they will do, they will store the dead body at -196 degrees Celsius using the technologies like cooling, perfusion, cryptoprotective solution, means it again chemicals, storage. But what happens? Anyone accept if you revive after death? No one believes. After death also a person will revive. So no one keep confidence in the procedure, and it requires ethics also. If every person after death we are storing the dead body, again we are bringing him to the society, then other people feel like he is a ghost or dead body. So, and it is very unethical practice. Lot of ethics are involved in this thing, and no one likes somebody after death also coming back. So that is a problem with this thing. And one more topic is living will. Living will means, suppose a person is there. He gone to coma. So the doctor will take the person wife or son's consent to treat him. So what happen if the wife want the person to be dead so that she can get the property, then immediately she give passive euthanasia procedure, means directly killing the person so that he won't live. So to avoid this situation, this living will concept came. Living will concept means, suppose the person write a will, already a person writes a will, his property goes to whom after his death. In the same way, medical will, it is a medical will. He tells what the doctor can do to him after he is in vegetative state. Means, suppose he gone to coma, or suppose he is dead, then his organs can be given to others or not, or after he gone to coma, passive euthanasia can be used on him to make him dead. Like these things he will write in a will. The will the doctor can study, according to the will only the doctor can treat the person. That is the purpose of this will. The will allows individuals to refuse medical treatment in event of terminal illness. Okay, Supreme Court in Common Causes Union of India case ruled that person in a persistent vegetative state can't opt for passive euthanasia, such as withdrawing life support. Okay. So it is a written document where a person outlines their medical treatment preferences in advance to be followed if they become incapacitated, unable to communicate, means he is in coma or he is dead. What others can do with his dead body, that can also be written in this living will. That is the purpose of the next topic is tobacco prevention. Why we have to prevent tobacco? Nowadays 14 to 16 years kids are also smoking cigarette. What happens after some days? They get lungs problem or cancer. So what happens? Suppose in 140 crore Indian population, 40 crore people are suffering from cancer or lungs. What happens? Our GDP, our economy will also be affected. So what the people want to do? They want to implement manual of tobacco free educational institutions. Means in schools smoking is not allowed. That is the meaning of this. This is in collaboration with SEEDS. That is Socio-Economic and Educational Development Society. World No Tobacco Day celebrated on May 31st. So protecting children from tobacco and assist schools in adhering to 5 guidelines. This Manual of Tobacco Free Educational Institutions, TOFI. They will release a rules, guidelines, principles, okay, that every school should follow to make the kids tobacco free. Tobacco free means for every school there will be some discipline, like kids must wear the uniform, they must have the shoes, they must have the tie, they must have the badge. Along with there is another provisions added to the school discipline thing, that is make the kids tobacco free, may ensure them they are not smoking outside the school. Okay. So WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, which is adapted in, this is again World Health Organization will be there in every initiative in worldwide public health issues. WHO interference will be there. Without WHO there is nothing in worldwide. So Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, which adapted in 2003, includes measures. What are the measures? I telling you now, rules, guidelines, principles, measures. Include price and tax increase. Suppose a person is getting a cigarette for 10 rupees. Suppose the cigarette price increases to 15 rupees. He is a middle class person. Every day he smoke around 10 cigarettes. So his everyday expense on cigarettes is 100 rupees. Now this will rise to, after price increase, this will rise to 150 rupees. So in 30 days how much he is smoking? 3000 rupees he is smoking. Now this expense will also increase to 4500 rupees. So he thinks in this 1500 rupees he can get a gas. Okay, he can pay the electricity bill or anything, he can manage his shopping, small shoppings like bags, shoes. So what he thinks? He thinks to stop smoking. So that is when one measure to make the people psychologically weak. Price and tax increase, graphic warning and packages, like in movie also we will get a, when we go to movie, before movie start we will get a warning that don't smoke, you will get a cancer, lungs infection, you will die soon. They will show a example family how they are suffering after they started smoking. So like that, graphic warnings and packages, smoke free public spaces, like no smoking boards on public places. In airport you can't smoke. In a manufacturing company you can't smoke. Marketing bans means ads. Okay, support to quitting. All these steps are taken by this institute to make the people stop smoking. Introduced by WHO. Additionally, National Tobacco Control Program (NTCP) already. This is also added to this program to make people stop smoking. Variable repo rate. What is repo rate? First of all, repo rate means RBI give loans to bank. Okay, at a fixed rate. Fixed rate. For example, you can think 5%. So what bank will do? Bank will add some more. At the rate of 7%, they lend to the customer. So they are getting here 2% profit. Okay. So the rate at which RBI lends banks is called fixed repo rate. Okay. So what is reverse repo rate? In case of this repo rate is used to inject liquidity into system. Liquidity means cash with banks. If bank have more fund, then only it can give loan to more customers. If bank don't have money, then it can't give loans. It can't approve any loans. So to give liquidity in the market, what RBI do? RBI do repo rate auction. That is called variable repo rate. What is this auction means? Banks will compete. Bank 1, Bank 2, Bank 3. They compete. We will pay high rate of interest. We will pay high rate of interest. To who are giving more interest, to them RBI will give the loan. Okay, suppose bank 1 offered 5% repo rate is running. Bank 1 is offering 8%. Bank 2 offering 10%. Bank 3 offering 15%. Then the loan goes to Bank 3 only. So this is one system to induce liquidity into the market. Here we have to discuss reverse repo rate also. Reverse repo rate. Reverse repo rate means the reverse of repo rate. Suppose the RBI is there, bank is there. Bank take funds from RBI. Okay, bank take funds from RBI at a rate so that liquidity in the market decreases. Cash with bank decrease. Okay, so that is the system reverse repo rate operates. If bank is having more funds, then they go on giving loans. So to reduce this, RBI might think to take some cash from the bank by the form of reverse repo rate. So what is repo rate, variable repo rate? That is auction of repo rate. Which bank pays the highest interest, they will get the bank loan, loan from RBI. Okay. So RBI permits banks to borrow funds at rates determined by the market, differing from fixed repo rate at which banks borrow directly from RBI. So this is a means to inject short-term liquidity into the banking system. FDI flows into India decreased. Foreign direct investments in India decreased. Okay, foreign direct investment inflows in India fell by 3.5% to 44 billion rupees in financial year 24 due to reduced investments in services, telecom, pharma sectors. Okay. So there is 3.5 decrease to 44 billion rupees, billion US dollars in financial year 2024. But in first quarter, means Q1 2024, there is increase of 33.4% to billion. So in quarter 1 of financial year, there is a rise of 33.5% to 4% to 12.38 billion. Total FDI including reinvested earnings declined marginally to $70 billion from 71 in FY23. Okay, in FY23 there is decrease. Okay, and what are the states getting more FDIs into India? They are Maharashtra and Gujarat. So increasing flows, while Karnataka and several other states experienced decline. And what are the countries they have more inflows of foreign direct investment? Means Singapore was the top FDI inflows, India followed by Mauritius and USA. Okay, top 5 countries for FDI were Mauritius, Singapore, USA and Netherlands and Japan. The leading sectors, what are the sectors they attract investment? Means hardware, services, construction. Okay, hardware, services, computer services, software, other service sector and construction. Like restaurants are there, hotels are there. Okay, top sectors were. What are the routes? What are the routes followed for investment? Automatic route, government route, inclusions, prohibitions. What are the inclusions? Foreign currency convertible bonds, foreign institutional investments, global depository receipts. Prohibits lottery business, gambling, betting, chit funds, nidhi companies, trading in transferable. Means in these sectors, FDI is not allowed. In this sector, FDI is added, included. And through automatic route also, the companies can invest in India, or government route with government approval also, they can invest in India. What is the importance of FDI, foreign direct investment? It stimulates economic growth, promote development in backward areas, exchange rate stability. Okay. So now we go to environment and ecology topics. The first topic is a different ant was found. A different ant, rare blue ant species found in Siang Valley of Arunachal Pradesh, when in eastern Himalayas. Okay, a new type of ant is discovered in Siang Valley of Arunachal Pradesh in eastern Himalayas. What is the importance of this ant in ecology? Let us see now. So, a group of people from University of Florida in the USA and Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and Environment in Bangalore, India made this finding. Okay, so the discovery was made during biodiversity trip in remote village of Inku. The ant was seen in a tree hole about 10 feet above the ground. Okay. A British military mission 121 years ago was the last time a new species from this genus was named. Means the rare ant was there in the ecology. It was found before 121 years. Later it was found now. The discovery was done when they go on a biodiversity trip. What is the specialty of this ant? The new species Parapara trenchia neela is genus Parapara trenchia, first species of its kind to be found in Indian subcontinent in more than 100 years. Okay, it needs less than 20 millimeter long and mostly shiny blue body, different from most of the 16724 known species of ants, do not usually have blue bodies. What is the specialty of the ant? It is 2 millimeters long and shiny blue body it is having. It is different from 724 known species of ants. Head is triangular and big eyes and triangular jaw with 5 teeth. Okay. The discovery not only shows how diverse the Himalayas are, but how ants are unique in their ecological niches. It is important for entomology. It can be studied a lot, can yield new species. We can more learn about the biodiversity and how complex the ecosystem is. Like if you watch in a movie like Jurassic Park, if you watch big ants, how much surprise we will get. In the same way, if we find a blue ant, ants will be red or black in color. But if we find a blue ant, how much anxiety it gives to learn about the biodiversity of the nation. How diverse are our Himalayas. And it is important for entomology also and ecological niches also. Okay, conservation concerns. What are the conservation measures taken to save this blue ant? Large scale infrastructure projects, climate change pose major risk to the ant. So we should take some measures to protect the ant from climate change and infrastructure development. Okay. The next topic is Assam Hollangpur Gibbon Sanctuary. Assam Hollangpur Gibbon Sanctuary. Gibbon Sanctuary was built to save gibbons canopy bridges in Assam Hollangpur Gibbon Sanctuary to help India only ape Hollang gibbon safely cross railway tracks. So Assam Hollangpur Gibbon Sanctuary, in this a canopy bridge was built to save gibbons from road accidents, so that they can cross the road. Suppose a monkey is crossing the road, at that time one car come, it can get the accident. So to save this, one separate bridge. You might be head of elephant corridors to pass made for the elephants to pass separately. In the same way, a gibbon Gibbon's canopy bridge was constructed so that the gibbons avoid the road. They will pass by a bridge. Okay, like this. So India is home about. Now we are going to read about gibbon. What is a gibbon, where it finds in India, what are the sanctuaries available, like that other details we are going to find, read in this article. Gibbon sanctuary. The sanctuary is home to about 125 gibbons, face fragmentation due to railway track. These bridges designed by Wildlife Institute of India and NFR will facilitate arboreal species movement. Safety measures including nets will be implemented to prevent accidents. Okay, gibbon, smallest and fastest of all apes. You can see gibbon is one type of monkey only, but it will be very heavy. It will be white in color, like it will be of good quality compared to gorillas, etc. So you can see in this picture how gibbon is smallest and fastest of all apes, inhabit tropical and subtropical forest in Southeast Asia. They have high intelligence, distinct personality, strong family bonds. 20 gibbon species found worldwide. Current population of hula gibbon is 12,000. They are found in Northeast India, Bangladesh, Myanmar. So you can, India will be like this. I do not draw perfectly, I know, but just for as a reference I am drawing a draft picture. Please adjust with this ugly picture. So Northeast India will be here. Sorry. Northeast India will be here. Below this Bangladesh. Below this Myanmar. Here they are Nepal, Bhutan. Okay, like this you can remember. Below the northeast, what are the countries? There gibbon is available. So in southern China is also gibbon is there. Okay. So gibbon species. There are two distinct species in India's northeast: eastern hula gibbon and western hula gibbon. Hula you can remember as hu, like monkey sound, hu. So hula gibbon is one type of gibbon. It is eastern and western. All 20 gibbon species including hula gibbons are high risk of extinction due to conservation challenges. Every species in India is in extinction due to rising heat, rising climate change, rising urban development, lack of rainfall. If rain is not there, ponds, lakes will soak, then animals unable to live, and decline due to deforestation infrastructure projects in India. So it is in IUCN red list. Western hula gibbon endangered, eastern hula gibbon vulnerable. Both species are scheduled on listed on Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So Global Gibbon Network is convened. Its inaugural meeting is in Haku, China, Henan province, to address critical situation. So one initiative to save the gibbon, that is Global Gibbon Network. The inaugural meeting done in China, Henan province, to address the critical situation, like when the gibbons endangered, how to save them. That actions will be decided here. Initiated in International Gibbon Day 2020 event with representatives from 20 gibbon conservation organizations. Here you can remember like this: Gibbon Day plus gibbon organizations. Okay, they met in China to make conservation initiatives. Okay, Global Gibbon Network recently convened its annual meeting in Haikou, China. This was done by Global Gibbon Network, GGN, Global Gibbon Network. Okay. Hollangpur Gibbon Sanctuary, known as Gibbon Wildlife Sanctuary or Hollangpur Reserved Forest. It is a reserved forest, not protected forest. It is just a reserved forest, isolated evergreen forest in Assam in India, established in 1971. The sanctuary was initially set aside in 1981, with forests once extending in Patkai mountain foothills. It is home to India's only ape gibbon species, hula gibbons, and Bengal slow loris, northeastern India only nocturnal primate. So they, along with gibbons, there are slow lories and nocturnal primate also present in this forest area. The forest upper canopy is dominated by holong trees, middle by nahat trees, and lower by shrubs and herbs. What the forest is having? What are the plants it is having? It is having holong trees, nahat trees, and shrubs and herbs. So now we will discuss space issues. Okay, space issues. In space sector, only 3 topics are there for today. Only 3 topics. Okay. James Webb Telescope discovers earliest giant galaxy. Okay. Galaxy means what? It is a set of stars. Set of stars. It gives information about evaluation of universe. Evaluation of universe. So now James Webb Telescope discovered a new galaxy. Okay. Seen by NASA, most advanced space camera to date. The discovery is very important because it gives us look into universe 300 million years after Big Bang, during the time called cosmic dawn. Means after the Big Bang theory, you might know evaluation of the universe ka ek Big Bang theory. After the Big Bang theory is over, 300 million years passed. Okay, then the time is called cosmic dawn. So that time, how is the universe? How is the universe at that time? That information is given by this giant galaxy. If we do research on these galaxy, we can come to know after Big Bang 300 millions after cosmic times how the universe is. How the universe is, the planets, how they are moving, what are the water resources around the planets, what is the soil, etc. All things we can do a research. The galaxy that just is called Jades GS-Z140. The galaxy name is Jades GS-Z140. It is about 17,000 light years across and has mass of 500 million sun-sized stars. It has 500 million sun-sized stars. Galaxy is making 20 new stars every year. Apart from it is having 500 million sun-sized stars, it is making new stars every year. Very high rate for how young the universe is being formed. The JWT Advanced Deep Galactic Survey helped make the finding, which shows not only big the galaxy but how bright it is. It is very big. The galaxy is very big, bright. This you have to remember. It is having 500 million stars. And every year it is adding, per year, it is adding 20 stars. And you have to remember this also, that that is discovered by Advanced Deep Extragalactic Survey, JADES. Okay, JADES. The fact is that big and bright galaxy in the early stage of universe makes us think about how galaxies form and change over time. Means by the shape of the galaxy we can understand how the galaxy formed and changed over time. Which was found along with second oldest known galaxy, continues to add to the complexity of what happened in the early universe. Okay, so big and bright galaxy in early stage of universe make us think how the galaxies form and change over time, and second oldest known galaxy continues to add to the complexity of what happened in the early universe. Means we have to do research now. Just now the galaxy was found, we have to do research how to find how the universe is at that time. Okay, scientists interested in Jade's brightness, which led to number of theories. In past, this level of brightness could have been caused by supermassive black holes, however, ruled out unlikely in this. Scientists think this brightness may be of black holes, but some people are not suggesting the theory. Some people are telling the theory is wrong. Light is spread out more than would be predicted from a black hole, because the light intensity is greater than black hole intensity. So some people are telling this light do not come from black hole. Okay, there are early galaxies might have more stars than expected, or that these stars are naturally brighter than later generations. Means early stars are more bright, later, okay, first star 1 is more bright compared to star 2. Okay, so launch and location, we should know about James Webb Space Telescope here. Okay, launched in December 25th, 2021, operates 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, further than the Hubble Space Telescope. Okay, it measures 6.5 meter diameter primary mirror with segment design for higher resolution infrared observation, specialized for observing infrared IR light in the space and viewing distant galaxies, exoplanets. Temperature at -233 degrees Celsius to make it more sensitive to infrared light. Equipped with sun shield to the size of tennis court to protect the instruments from solar heat and light. It is having a sun shield to protect instruments from solar light. Okay, mission objectives: studying galaxy formation, evaluation of universe. If we study the galaxy, automatically we will find the idea of evaluation of the universe. Universe means galaxy finding research gives us evaluation of universe. Okay, the next topic is ISRO extends support to boost India's space startup ecosystem. Means ISRO is helping in India's space operations. Recently we saw Agniban was launched. Okay, Agniban was launched from Sriharikota. So in this also the ISRO has helped a lot in Agniban launch also. So how with network? Okay, good location for suborbital flight, set up launch pad, control center, give help. And launch pad, control center, ISRO main. So by network, launch pad, control center was given. So ISRO made lot of technical help, shared its knowledge in space economy. Okay, by what are the methods ISRO has helped? By network. In network it has provided launch pad and control center. So strong network, this part for data and communication. Why network is needed? After the satellite enters the space, it has to give signals to the earth, it has to send photos. In that case it uses the network. So for network, control center is required, like ATC for flights. In the same way, control center is required for satellites also, and launch pad also given. And safety, okay, made safety plans and made sure that all operations were done quickly and carefully. Coordinating launch clearances, sending out notices to airmen. These are sending notices, launch clearance, okay. Launch clearance and sending notices to airmen was given. Logistics means sent important information, planning flights and setting launch standards. Important information for planning the space flights, setting launch standards. Logistic support also given. This is about Vikram Sarabhai Space Center involvement. This is basic only. You might be seen from many days in space issues. What is Vikram Sarabhai Space Center? Who is Satish Dhawan? And what are the issues? You might know. So what is semi-cryogenic engine? It is having liquid and solid propellant at high temperature. Complete fire termination system. Okay, for launch campaign. Telemetry and tracking support also given. Sound tests for launch vehicles done. Okay, sound tests for launch vehicles done. Okay, flight termination system. Not only offering complete flight termination, ensured mission design was thoroughly checked and approved. Assembly, on-site integration, stages of launch campaign, telemetry tracking support. So you can remember all these. First is sound test. First point is sound test. Okay. And second point is flight termination system. How to terminate. And second is mission design. Assembly. These words, if you remember, you can write the theory easily. Okay. And telemetry, tracking. In all these issues, support was provided. First, sound test, terminate, design, network you have to remember, safety you have to remember, logistics you have to remember. Along with these 5 points, when the launch is going, sound test, termination, design, termination technology, design, assembly, telemetry, tracking. These all support also provided by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Okay. ISRO telemetry tracking and command network was very important project. Memorandum of understanding with Agnikul Cosmos allowed it helping tracking and data. So ISRO telemetry tracking and command network was a very important to this MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. Agnikul Cosmos allowed it to help with tracking and data. ISRO ground sites are in Sriharikota for testing, integrating. Sriharikota, from where the launch of various space satellites launch vehicles happen, and vehicle data acquisition software to help them handle and show real-time data flow. And vehicle data acquisition software means like ATC. ATC, they can see the how the flight is going, where it is moving. They can see from their system. In the same way, vehicle data acquisition software, ground stations tracked helped with launch in real time. The day of launch, making sure it went well. Okay. So Vikram Sarabhai Space Center helped a lot in our space missions. That is the meaning of this article. Okay. Chinese spacecraft lands on moon far side for samples. So this is the Earth. We have a moon here. So we are sending all moon exploration flights. They are checking this part only till now. But China's space flight gone to this part, back side. What is the objective of the mission? The objective of the mission is to bring some sand, soil from moon to earth for observations. So for this, what is needed? What are the equipment needed? One equipment to take out the soil. One equipment to store the soil. They will be sent by one space flight to Earth again. To Earth again. That is the plan. So you can see here. This is a 6th mission in its change 5, change 3 mission is there. Na? It is 6th series in this, named as Chinese mythological moon goddess. The objective of the main goal of the mission is to get dirt and rock samples, building what is change 5 did in 2020 when it took samples from the near side of moon. Last time they took samples from this side of moon, side 1. This time they are taking samples from side 2. Okay. China Moon's program is part of larger effort to explore space. World leader in aerospace. What is the objective of China? It should become the world leader in aerospace. So want to send humans to moon by 2030, becoming the second country after the US to reach. It has allegedly made progress by building its orbiting space station and sending people on more often. So what is the objective of China in doing all this? To explore the space, to become the leader in aerospace space research. And third is to send humans to moon after USA. So the first goal is explore. Okay, second goal is to become leader. Third goal is send humans. Send humans. Then these 3 goals you have to Remember. Okay. Technical aspects of the mission. This I already told you na, one equipment will be there to take up the soil from the moon surface, and one more equipment is there to store the soil and send it to the earth. So the technical gadgets we will see here now. So the operational part of the mission, mechanical arm, a drill attached to the lander are used to dig up to 2 kgs of material from surface and ground over 2 days. Okay, one mechanical arm drill attached to the lander. They will dig for 2 days, 2 kgs of dirt. Okay, once the samples are collected, they will put into metal vacuum cylinder and put on an ascender. The ascender is in charge of getting the container to the module that circles the moon. The sample last stop on its trip is back to Earth, where it will land the dirt. Means one satellite, suppose this is the moon. One Chinese satellite is orbiting here. So what it will do, one metal vacuum cylinder, the dirt is collected. It will be kept in a ascender. Ascender means like a rolling thing. So from there the material will send to a satellite, which is going to land on Earth soon. So what are the challenges in this mission? Lack of direct visibility from Earth. Okay, the communication lines open, use of transfer satellite, rough terrain, lack of land flatting areas, landing operations make this mission more difficult. Means they have to collect the dirt on the moon, they have to send to Earth. Means it is not like we are going from Delhi to Maharashtra to Delhi. It's not like that much easy. They have to collect the dirt, they have to give the dirt to the satellite. When the satellite comes to Earth, when China receive, by that time flat landing is difficult. Use of transfer satellite is difficult. Many difficulties are there in this mission. So these all issues should be sorted out to make China successful in its mission. Okay guys, so this is the class. This is June 3rd current affairs given in this thing. Here you can observe I am not going to explain everything in detail. Not going to fundamentals here. We will make a separate video of fundamentals, and many doubts will be like that only, because daily current affairs session means we have to just see what are the topics today, what are the new news today, that's all. And